Hello, it's April 27th, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. It's around 4 p.m., and do you have to let it linger? Well, apparently, yes, because we're dealing with showers across our area again today. Again, you can see there's small little pop up showers, but they're everywhere. There's no escape from them. They're all over Long Island. It looks like New Jersey may not be getting into this, but it's moving down in from New England and then looping over our area. And this is all part of this low pressure system here that's just kind of just hung up off Cape Cod. It's not moving at all. We can look at the satellite image, and here's what it looks like. I'll hit refresh because it's a couple hours old. You can see it's just barely moving. It's just barely moving, this thing. It's just unbelievable. It's just sitting here and giving us a second day of misery and a second day stuck inside. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. And just to show you that it is raining outside, let's take a look at some views here from some of the cameras. You can see water drops on the lens and wet pavement. So yeah, we're stuck inside again, a second day in a row because of this goddamn rain. It's really ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. And it's also not very nice outside, too. As far as the temperatures go, it's cold out there. It's in the mid and upper 40s. And we're dealing with some wind, too. Some wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour across the area. I'll look at a couple more observations here. And we'll take a look at a couple more observations. So, looks like there is a frost advisory for up north again. So, 49 at Central Park. 48 in light rain at Farmingdale, and north wind to 12, gusting to 22. So it's not very nice out there. And look at that forecast. Chance of showers every freaking day except for tomorrow. Unbelievable. Freaking believable, I tell you. Unbelievable. It's just the misery. And the fact that I can't even sit inside this is just bull. I'm a bear. I hate bulls. So, okay. So let's look at the models and see what's going to be happening. We're going to first start off with the upper air and go to the 500 height anomaly. You can see that trough right there that we're stuck in. Let's change this to regions. Okay, so here we go. So here is that trough, and you can see we still got this. That trough moves out. We get a little break tomorrow, and then boom, here comes the next one. This is for Thursday. And then Friday, it lingers too. It takes its sweet time getting out. And we're still going to be dealing with it on Friday. So we have another 2-day stretch of wet weather for Thursday and Friday. Then it finally moves out slowly on Saturday. We get a break. And then it looks like no more huge troughs after that. So it'll be the worst of it will be this week. And then after that, we do get a break. But this week is going to be a week of misery. A week of misery. If we look at the RO, it's the same. It's the same thing. So go ahead and look at that too. So here you go. There's your trough moves out. We get a little break. The RO is a little more encouraging. It's got a little more ridging in the Wednesday. I'm hoping Wednesday we can be dry. But here comes that trough for Thursday, and lingers into Friday. Look at this. Lingers it into Saturday a little bit. The Euro's a little less willing to give up the trough, and then it has another one. So there's a little bit of a difference in the models, of course. Euro being a little more realistic and accurate, which is not what I want, obviously. I'm getting really tired of this, the fact that we can't sit inside. Forget about getting arrested for hiking. I may be getting arrested for sitting inside a restaurant and refusing to leave and having my meal there because I'm getting tired of this. Sorry. Only human. How much of this crap can we take? So here we go. So that low moves out. We'll look at the surface now. We get that break for tomorrow. And I may be going to the Pine Barrens tomorrow. I need to go because then look what happens Wednesday. Yeah, chance of showers again. And then we have this really slow-moving low-pressure system and a cold front. You can see, look at that LLJ. We're going to have one hell of an LLJ on Thursday. Look at those tight isobars there. And the south coming right up from the south. And then this strong cold front comes through, but it moves very slowly. And then look at that. The rain lingers into Friday. And we try to get rid of it by Saturday. Hopefully you can get rid of it by Saturday. And then the next high moves in for maybe. And we might be dealing with stall front syndrome. So, it's just, it looks better toward the end of the period, but it always looks better toward the end of the period. We know the way the GFS works already. If we look at temperature anomalies here, I'll show you that we're going to be stuck below normal. So below normal, very above normal in the west, and below normal in the east. A lot of heat in the west, though. I'm not saying I'd want to be dealing with that heat either, but if it's a dry heat, I'd take it over this rain any day. But for us, we kind of stay below normal, maybe getting closer to average, but still slightly below normal. So it just, yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, and I got to be stuck inside another day. I have half a mind to go out and go to the restaurant and sit down, and maybe you won't hear from me for a while because I might be going to jail. I don't know, man. I don't think they'd throw me in jail for sitting in there and refusing to get up. Maybe I could eat my meal fast enough before the police would come. I don't want to get kicked out of there, but, how much more of this can you take? Okay. John, we got to focus on the weather updates. Stop ranting. Okay. Let's go and look at our we'll look at our temperatures, and then after we do get rid of the rain tonight, it's going to be a cold one. It's going to be going down to the upper 30s to around 40. Tomorrow is your nice day. Enjoy it. The sun will be out, and it's going to be highs close to normal, highs in the low 60s, and then hold on a second. Do apologize for that. I thought I had a phone call, and just turned out to be a robocall. Okay. So, and then we're back into this kind of below normal weather again on Wednesday. You can see there's a warm front here, and then for Thursday we get in that warm air. We do get in that warm air. We're getting in a strong LLJ, so we'll get up into the 60s, and it's going to be kind of humid too. If we look at the dew points, you'll see with an LLJ, you're going to get that tropical air, so dew points are going to be up there. But it's not going to be very nice with the rain around and the winds gusting quite a bit from the south-southeast on Thursday. That is a ways away, so I don't really want to focus too much on the LLJ event for Thursday. I'm sure I'll be doing that, unless I wind up in jail for sitting in a restaurant. Anyway, here we go for Friday, low 60s. And we may be, like I said, stuck with the showers on Friday. But Saturday, though, next weekend still looks like it's going to warm up to above normal, close to 70 on Saturday. So we do see some warmth, and look at that, 70s for Sunday. So next weekend will be downright, definitely late spring-like at least. So it will be warmer, and at least we do have some relief as we get through it. If we got to get through this week, though, and it's going to be a real struggle. For those of you with cars, you can just, you're lucky, that's all. Maybe I could just sit in a car, sit in an empty car. Man arrested for sitting and eating a meal in an empty car because he had nowhere else to go. Okay. Let's so now that we're done with the temperatures, let's go and look at the skies, because I think we'll be seeing the sun tomorrow. You better enjoy it, because after that we're not going to see it for a while. So this is the GFS again, and we're looking at the 12Z model, by the way. So here's the storm moving out, and we have this narrow gap of sun that will be over us tomorrow. So enjoy it, because after that, boom, back into the clouds again. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday we won't. Saturday we get that break, and then we may have a few more clouds. But these would be high clouds, so the sun would probably still be out. let's look at a couple of the other models. Let's look at the NAM model for the sky cover. Right, this is the 18Z. You know what? We have enough of this in to for a look at the sky forecast for tomorrow. So here you go. Those clouds try to move out, and then we try to get the sun out over us tomorrow. And looks like a mostly sunny day right over Long Island. It just sets up perfectly. And then the clouds roll in later on in the afternoon. But it should be a very nice day tomorrow. And I am going to the Pine Barrens. So that's for sure. And that's what I got to look forward to for tomorrow. So let's go and look at... yeah, and it is dark too. Man, it just got really dark here. Some of these showers might be pretty heavy. Well, let me look at the radar again. I better look at the radar again. Yeah, I mean, it just got really dark outside. Probably have a heavy shower that might be approaching us. I wonder if there's any lightning with these. I doubt it, but, you know, we'll check. No, no lightning. Okay. Let's go back to the models now. So we got a nice day tomorrow. That's the main thing. You better enjoy it. We'll go to the 12-kilometer NAM now, and we'll take a look at our next batch. Now, I'll have to use the 12Z run for this. So you can see it looks like there's some showers that try to make it in their way from Pennsylvania, but it won't. We got a little ridge of high pressure, luckily. For Wednesday, this is the next chance of possibility of rain. I'm hoping we look out and we don't see any of this develop, and we can have a somewhat dry day on Wednesday. We'll have to see what happens. But you can see the isobars tightening, and there's that LLJ right there ahead of that cold front. You can clearly see it. I'll draw it here for you so you can see it. Here is your LLJ right from the tropics, and that's going to bring in the warmth and the humidity. And here's your cold front right here. That's going to be, and this could be bringing the possibility of maybe some severe thunderstorms for our area again. And there's your cold front. Though it's not in a hurry to move through, we still have the the humid air over here and the cooler air coming into it, which is always usually a setup for thunderstorms. So we'll see what happens with that on Thursday. So we'll have to see what happens with that. And you can see, though, the front kind of doesn't move very much after you get past that. So it gets kind of hung up. It hits a little ridge in the LLJ, and this low kind of gets stuck. So we're going to see some training showers and thunderstorms. Looks like not over Long Island. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Maybe we get lucky and Long Island can stay dry on Thursday, but that day I doubt more. I'm more hopeful for Wednesday being dry. But we'll go ahead and look at the other models now. So we'll look at the GFS here, and we will see what happens here. So again, see, it's developing that light rain over us on Wednesday. This is with the warm front, and then there's that. It actually holds that together. So we may be dealing with a lot of heavy rain Thursday night. And then this low just kind of sits around, and you can see it doesn't sit in the same spot. This time it sits a little more up in New England. Maybe it'll pull north enough that we can manage a dry day. Maybe we can manage a dry day on Friday, and then a little bit of rain maybe overnight there, and then Saturday we're out of it, and we see maybe a couple of showers. This is probably with a warm front, and then we're dry for next weekend. So after that, it looks a lot drier. We still have a couple of systems here and there, but not the hell that we're going through this week. That is for sure. I'll look at a couple of other models. I don't know if they're not going to go far enough out. The RJM as far as Thursday goes. No, it only goes out this far. But you can see there's a warm front here, and that's what would be our next chance of the dreaded rain that we're dealing with right now. So let me go look at the windy.com site, which I didn't do. You can clearly see where our low is too. Here it is, right here. And oh, they must be getting some pretty nasty winds on the Cape there with their low is. So windy.com, which is based on the Euro model, has them gusting at 34. We're going to have to go to some observations here. I did not notice that on the thing, but now I'm curious. There is a gale warning in effect for the offshore waters too. So let's take a look and see how bad they've got it on the Cape. It doesn't look that bad. It might be being overdone a little bit on this model. Let's see, but let's see Nantucket. They're an island. They might have more. North wind at 26, gusting to 36. All right, miserable, but not damaging wind. So this might be overdone a little bit, I think, on the wind at least. The euro. But we're going to use this to look at our sky cover for tomorrow. Actually, we're going to use it to look at the wind for tomorrow too. So on Tuesday, we should have fairly light winds, and that's the thing that'll also make it a nice day. Won't be too breezy. There may be a sea breeze in the afternoon. That might develop in the afternoon will bring the temperatures down across Long Island. You can sort of see it here. But we're not really dealing with too much wind for Tuesday. Now, if we look at Wednesday, you'll see not too much wind. There's a warm front there, and when that warm front moves through, that's when we're going to see the wind. So I think earlier the better, and then later on, after that warm front moves through, then we're going to see that southeast wind set up, that LLJ, and it's going to get nasty. And here we go for Thursday, a very strong LLJ from the south. You can see wind gusts probably up near 40. See that southeast wind there. You could sort of see that front too. Well, look at that. Wow, that is really well defined. So here's that front. Look at that. So there's the front. But it takes its sweet time moving through. But look at the cutoff from the LLJ, and then behind the front, hardly any wind at all. That's amazing. So for Friday, we'll still be doing a little wind, but it won't be that bad. So the windiest day looks like Thursday. That's what I would believe anyway. So let's take a look at tomorrow again, and we will look at the temperatures for tomorrow, the high temperatures. So you'll see here, we're getting into the mid-50s and probably closer to 60 or low. Well, actually, this euro might be a little below normal. I'm thinking it'll be close to 60 on the island, but cooler. Jersey will get well into the 60s because they won't have the sea breeze, of course. Let's go look at the clouds. So we're going to go move this back to 8 a.m. So we start off clear Tuesday, but it does seem to want to develop some clouds. This is the euro, so it may be a little overdone. I'm thinking it's going to be overdone. And then Wednesday we've got the clouds, and maybe it'll show up the rain. Yeah, this is that warm front there that might bring us the chance of rain. So if we put this in here and see if there's any, it would be very light rain with this warm front probably. So okay, so let's go and look at one other thing before I wrap up this weather update. I know there's a lot to talk about because there are a lot of systems to talk about, and I'm rambling on. But I do want to just go over some of the heat in Las Vegas here that they're experiencing in the southwest. And Flagstaff, too. Although it's sunny, it's much hotter than it should be there at this time of the year. So it's 90. They got excessive heat warning. Look at that. They're going to go up to 102. So this is where they could break a record. I don't think Las Vegas ever hit 100 in April. I want to go to that Las Vegas Weather Service because I think that they had broken a weekend. So this is the record. Okay. This would be the first 100-degree reading in April. So that's what it says right here. So 102. They've never hit 100 in April before. So that's how hot it is. This is all part of the climate change that we're going through. And everybody's so upset over this virus. And I'll just leave it at this, that the thing that's really going to bring humanity to its knees is the virus. I mean, is not the virus. It is the global climate change, and that's the thing. So here is the office for Flagstaff, and you can see here that it's going to be hot in Flagstaff, which is it's above normal for Flagstaff for it to be this hot. So this is this week. So it's going to be in the 80s. It's not supposed to be. Record temperatures are likely. So yeah, well, it would be nice to be in Flagstaff with the sun. You have to remember that here are the records. So 80, yeah, they're going to break a lot of these records, I think, or come close. So a lot of these areas, even in northern Arizona, are going to get hot. Winslow, 92, 93. Cottonwood, close to 100. So, and these areas are in the mountains, and you got to remember the air is thin here. It is dry, but the air is thin. So dealing with this heat may not be as pleasant as you might think it might be, though. It might be probably better than dealing with humidity and heat. It's still heat, you know. So that's going to wrap up this weather update as we're dealing with the effects of climate change when you get into these kind of unusual patterns. This is all part of it, But this virus is a convenient distraction for the corporate media to use to distract us from the real threat to us, and that is climate change. So with that, that does wrap up this weather update. Take care, stay dry, and thank you for watching.